I can do that. So I think there's this great accountability that we feel when we are racing each other.
So I've talked to a few people coming off big wins. I remember one in particular, is Matthew Centuris. He won the Olympic gold, and then it was really hard for him to sort of get motivated to get back to training again. Did you have any of those problems?
It was more of fatigue than anything. After New York, was really busy doing a lot of extracurricular activities, and I was still running and trying to train at the same time, and it's really exhausting trying to do both. And so I was more fatigued going into this build-up because I didn't really get a break or rest or anything. So that was the hardest part, getting back into it. Was just having not had a break. But once I got back into it, it was pretty smooth. But it was hard. Not that the motivation was lacking. It was more I was just in a state of fatigue that I normally would have had a nice little regrouping period where I could relax and decompress. But I didn't really have that, to be honest. So.
Do you think the weather helps you or hurts you if it's a big headwind? Sorry, big headwind forecast.
I don't see it as a disadvantage at all. I train in conditions that are pretty similar to Oregon, what the forecast is for Monday, so I don't see it as a disadvantage. In general, I like to have races where it's like an even playing field, so I don't like to have weather dictate outcomes in general, because I just don't, you want it to be as fair as possible. However, I'm not opposed to the weather. It's not going to be fun for people. It's not going to be fun for a lot of the runners because it's good at hypothermia type conditions with the rain and people getting cold and the wind. But no, I'm totally fine with it.
So for a lot of your career, you've been known as a front runner. In New York, you sort of waited, were very patient, and then made that big move at the end. Does that win, winning it in that style, does that change how you approach marathon, approach racing?
Yeah, I think it's just accumulation of the work that I put in that allowed me to just be more confident in my racing style, being able to close. My training had gone exceptionally well, and so it made me just a little bit less antsy, I guess you could say. And my training has gone well again, so I feel confident in however the styles of racing, whether it's slow, whether it's fast. I feel just ready to tackle whatever it is for the day. Yep. Yeah, sure. Hey, Steven, do you mind stepping away just because I can hear you and it's distracting? Sorry.
When did you officially decide not to retire?
When did I decide?
Yeah, when
to not
did you make
retire?
that decision?
When I decided to run Boston again, which was maybe sometime in December. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
How does it feel to finally be here now?
To what?
How does it feel to finally be here now?
Good. Yeah. I mean, I'm healthy and feel fit, and so I feel pretty lucky to just be back here again. And yeah, I didn't know a year ago I was injured, and I was commentating with WBZ, and I wasn't an athlete. Like, I was just invested in the athletes that were racing that day, and so I've come a really long way in a year. So.
If you win this weekend, will you retire?
I don't know. I have no idea. I'm just focused on doing my best possible job Monday, and then I'll make some decisions afterwards. But it'll probably be a little bit. I have to definitely make sure whatever I do next is the right call.
How would you compare just your training and how you feel right now to before New York?
Very similar. I think I went into this build-up maybe a little bit more fatigued, having been really busy after New York. But the fitness is very similar, so I'm happy with that.
The mentality must be a little different though, right?
It's a little more emotional to me. Boston is where I grew up, and so there's like this just more of like a tug at my heart component, just because this is where I dreamed of running my first marathon, and this is where I grew up, so yeah, it means a lot to me.
Balance wanting to win so badly and managing a race over 26 miles.
It's a constant battle. There's a lot of psychology. It's being able to control your thoughts and not getting too excited too early, but still being engaged and making sure you're covering all the moves, being instinctual but not being irrational. There's a lot. It would be amazing to see if you could tap into the athlete's head as they're racing. It would be quite interesting commentary because especially when you throw in an emotional component for an athlete, it makes it much more difficult. difficult to manage your race tactics. So I think that's maybe one of the components that I've struggled in Boston a little bit, is because I've wanted to win so badly that sometimes I've let that emotional component get the best of me. So.
And how do you have that conversation in your head as you get more experience? So in New York, mile 18, 19, 20,
Yeah.
what's going through your mind? Or on Monday saying, you know, in 2014 I did this, or in 2016 I did this. You don't do that.
I just tell myself to be just really patient. You can't like force the race, and I try to be that athlete that doesn't want the race to be over soon. I just try to like let it unfold and try to be as calm for as long as possible, because it's obviously quite a long race, and so trying to be as patient and calculated as possible, and not let the emotions get the best of me until I can literally see the finish line tape.
And when this becomes more routine, because this is not your first Boston, it's not your second, does that help calm you down come race day, knowing that you've been there before and it's almost, you know, the next day or Groundhog Day?
Yeah, no, it definitely helps that this is my fourth Boston. I know the routine, I know the system that the BAA and Don Hancock, you know, created. So it allows me to not be quite as stressed, because I know the routine, and makes it very easy on me. Plus, I know the course so well, and so there's a lot of familiarities that allow me to just do a better job each time.
What kind of dynamic has Gwen Jorgensen brought to your group?
Yeah, she's an exceptionally hard worker, and it shows, because she just had a baby about 7 months ago and is already back racing at a really high level, and so she's showing a lot of our women what's possible if you create an environment and a support system that you can have it all, literally have it all, have a baby, have a career, if you create that environment and that support system. So I think everyone's very inspired by her dedication to trying to get the best out of her, and also managing a family at the same time.
And she's an Olympic gold medalist who literally changed sports, moved to Portland to like train with you.
Yeah.
How does that make you feel?
Pretty awesome. I mean, her first love, I think, is running, so it shows. She's very passionate about running and wants to see what she can get out of herself, and so I think we're all excited to see how far she can take it. So, yeah.
All right. Well, thanks a lot, Shalane.
Yeah.
Good luck Monday.